Hi, I'm Leland. I'm 23 years old, currently not in school, and basically walked out of my last job. I came on here to let everyone know that I apologize if I have ever did anything to hurt you in the past. If I said anything that was offensive or did something that dramatically affected you, it was not me and I was not in my right mindset. After quitting a job that was bad for me, I began to realize a lot about myself and the people around me. I was posing to be something I'm not and clearly caught wind of it, trying to escape the bad times and feelings only for me to realize that the reason for my actions, which was no excuse, was because I was suppressing issues I had with myself and my family. Don't get me wrong, I love my family dearly, just some of the things they told me in the past stuck with me. Not only that, but also coming out. When I came out, I wasn't actually ready. I was dating this guy that I thought would be for me, only for it to turn out a lot worse than I wanted it to. At the time, I came out because I thought I'd have someone by my side, only to be left to pick up the pieces of my own decisions during this time. I began to close others off, and over time, I became angry at myself and the one person who did me the boldest in the end. Time goes on as I thought I was changing and becoming the person I wanted to be. And an incident in Canada happened where I was jumped for trying to break up a fight. The experience I had was very life changing. At first, I thought it was for the good, but in the end, I became more angry and uncomfortable. It left me with really bad anxiety and feelings about certain situations and people. During this point, I met someone who, once again, wasn't good for me, but I was too blind to see it. Dealt with him for a while, all the way up until my past birthday. I say I was blind because there was a lot I let slide that I wasn't okay with, that I know if it were the real Leland, he wouldn't let it slide. After looking back and self reflecting a lot of my past decisions, I realized that I wasn't okay. If it were not for the virus shutting the entire country down, if it weren't for the virus shutting the entire country down. I used the opportunity to try and focus on myself and my life, but because I didn't have a job, it made me stress and stress because having a job was the only thing I felt I needed. Again, all while trying to suppress my issues of being gay. Being under lockdown opened my eyes to a lot of things going on in the world and even in the area I lived in. I realized that having a job, money is not what life is about. So I quit this job to change myself in ways, only for me to get a new job and become the same person I was before. Luckily, I caught myself before it got worse. I saw these old ways that were no good for me. Eventually, others began to see it, but I was too embarrassed to ask for help, which led me to do more things that I am not proud of. It was after the second lockdown that I began actually trying to make a change. I began trying to work out more and learn to open up. I actually set goals for myself and wrote them down. It was after the second lockdown when I realized that a change was needed and coming. Ready to accept the change, I almost went back to the person I didn't want to be. And the people at my last job noticed that. The moment I felt the change, I knew it was time to speak about what I went through and going through. The kind of person I am, I like to reflect on past situations before speaking on them. And yes, I've said and done some things I'm not proud of where others would approve, but it wasn't the real me. After being able to get a lot of this off my chest and putting the past behind me, I just hope that you guys can too. Change doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, in which I'm taking to myself. I'm no longer holding on to anything from my past. I will be living for my future and accepting any love that comes my way, because money and appearance doesn't mean a thing. Only the love people have for you. I would also like to thank a lot of you for helping me realize this. Not only does it help, but I feel like I'm free of my past self. This is who I really am, a kind-hearted soul that genuinely means no harm. I've been ready to show you all this side of me for a while now.